Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick it away first. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running behind that left side. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Quarterback making adjustments. Walker will fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the right.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Hale. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard for these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken It's Underwood. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Those are teaching moments. Close games down the stretch. I know you're in the first half here, but when you get outside the pocket and you're in scoring range already, those are tough pills to swallow. You can't give up points. You can't give up 4th down opportunities. Bad play, big mistake. There's still a lot of time left in the game where you can make it up.
Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockney and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Walker to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The play-action fake. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They boot it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Walker will fire. Here comes the heat. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up one or two.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play, just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Unloads to the wide out. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Sam Houston. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Might be changing the route. Walker to throw. Got his man downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Hardy. Runs through the tackle. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Number 18, in punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Steps away to find some room. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
4-1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He might want another play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense, keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Haynes. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before it. Really good return, sets up this offense in solid field position. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground with the back. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker, one of the all-time great names in college football history? Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin the other stuff. This offense has really been bad.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Wolverines looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are on the move. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Caught on the outside. It's Priestcorn. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Back to throw, it's Carr. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Hardy. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
to the air on first down. Got a man. It's Hardy. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Looking for a deep man. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the front.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The maize and blue asserting itself as they stretch this lead against the Irish.
Go Blue knew coming into this one they had to score and score early. Right now, they are playing with so much energy.
Yeah, they got the offense rolling. They got the momentum going. Notre Dame's going to have to do something quickly to change that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Walker will fire. Begs to grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The offense changing the play. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You always hear, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. It's complete! He gets it in! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Walker to throw. Caught. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. One more quarter to play. It might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
14.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. On first down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Irish! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to NC State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Carr. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. It quickly on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. 5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Hauls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 35, he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
The Wolverines enter the final minute with the lead. Back to pass, it's Carr. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a four-man rush, sometimes it's a three-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front seven, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
They don't play every year, but when they do, there is just something special about this rivalry, and it is the Wolverines who take down Notre Dame. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.